but there's a lot.
Oh wow.
Well, it's not a lot. It's just I've been busy with videos and other stuff with Tech Support Spy, but we last met like 2 or 3 weeks ago because of holidays and stuff. We haven't met, and then you weren't able to meet last week. So, but this one here is going to go through the cases. Remember, we've been talking about cases and form factors.
Oh yeah.
Here I break down the CPUs. You're going to learn a lot more about the CPUs and the CPU features in the professional master video when you start that. You have a better understanding of the different.
Hey everyone, thank you for watching another Tech Support Spy video. Thank you for joining me today. Hope you're having a good day, good positive day, and I hope everything is going well for all who are watching this video right now. So again, thank you for joining me. Thank you so much. I have a doozy for you for this video. This video is a training session between me and the client is someone who I know personally. In fact, I used to work with her, and I'm so comfortable in the Zoom virtual setting or training session with her. I'm smoking cigars. I'm lighting a cigar, stogie, a stick, just to kind of go along with the comfortability of me training her and teaching her. And I felt like lighting a cigar. And do I light cigars when I'm working with customers? No. But I'm comfortable with her because I know her, used to work with her, and we're going through the training session and troubleshooting session to kind of troubleshoot her printer. And we're training her to become a computer technician or specialist where she can do tech support. We're also training her to study for her CompTIA exam, the 1101 and the 1102. And we meet every Sunday. We go through the Professor Messer videos. We go through the Mike Meyer book. And one of my other videos, I think I've broke everything down on how often me and this client meet every Sunday. But this video is a great video. If you're looking to learn to troubleshoot a printer, you want to watch this video all the way through. Yes, it's a long video. It's as long as like the English and French and Italian C. It's a long video, yes. But sit and watch through it. Watch the steps that I take with her and showing her the steps to go through and troubleshoot this printer. It's a Canon TS3. I should know this. Remember, Canon 3522. There you go, 3522. It's a Canon 3522, and we go through the steps to troubleshoot her printer. Her printer was offline. She couldn't get it to work. She researched stuff online. She saw YouTube videos. And I told her for this session, instead of going through the lessons and some of the videos that she's gone through for Professor Messer, let's take the whole session and just troubleshoot your printer. We end up getting the printer to work. Guarantee, this video will help you learn how to troubleshoot a printer. And I encourage you, if you're non-tech savvy, you want to learn how to troubleshoot any printer, these are the steps that's going to be mentioned in this video on how to troubleshoot a printer. And these steps can work for any printer, any all-in-one printer. Watch this video all the way through, and I guarantee you will learn something about how to troubleshoot a printer. So please, please, please watch this video. Watch it all the way through. You will learn something. Watch it all the way through and learn how to troubleshoot a printer. Thank you so much for watching this video. Let's dive into the video, shall we?
All right, so yeah, we can troubleshoot your printer. I think everything you said that you've done for the printer being offline, whether it's taking out the power cord. You took the power cord out from the back of the printer, right, and not from the wall outlet.
I think I did both. I believe I did both.
Well, I had a customer that I told to unplug the printer, and he unplugged it from the wall. There's a difference between the wall and the printer. It's always best to try to reset the printer by unplugging the power cord from the printer and leave it out for 30 seconds. Plugging it from a wall, that don't do anything. You want to unplug the power cord from the printer for 30 seconds.
He didn't say that. So I'm saying I don't think I did because I think I accidentally did, but I don't think I did. But he didn't tell me to do it from the printer. He just said the wall. the outlet.
Man. I don't know what YouTube video was looking at, but it's do it from the printer. Unplug the power cord. If you already done that, then fine. If
I
you
don't
did,
think I don't think I did because I think I was trying to plug this up, the cable, and I
Mhm.
was checking to see if I was messing with something else, and I can't remember if if I
So,
pulled it out or not.
so if you haven't unplugged the power cord from the printer at all, do that now and leave it out for 30 seconds.
Okay.
That's the first thing you should do for when a printer is saying that it's offline is, either you do it or if you're helping a customer troubleshooting, tell them to unplug the printer power cord from the printer only and leave it out for 30 seconds.
So so it's because of the connectivity from what like why is it a difference?
So, you know what? I never, I'll be honest, I don't know what the difference is. There's definitely a difference because I've been troubleshooting, computers and printers over for years, and I can't remember where I learned it or whatever, but somebody told me a seasonal, tech support person told me there's a difference between the two. Is like you always want to remove the power cord from the printer, from the device, not from the wall outlet.
Okay.
So I don't know why. I mean, that might something I might Google. Like I said, I had a customer that I was troubleshooting a printer with, and I told him to unplug it from the printer. And for some reason, sometimes people don't listen. And he unplugged it from the wall outlet and it didn't work. I said, you have to unplug it from the printer. Like, oh, well, why doesn't I told him I don't know why, but it's best to do it from the printer. So he unplugged it from the printer and that
And
fixed it. Yeah.
huh. Let me see. It was 30 seconds. Let me turn it back on.
Did you plug it back in after 30 seconds?
Yeah.
Okay.
Let me try to print something. Because Lord knows I've been trying to
Well,
print
well,
something.
hold on. Hold
Mm-hmm.
on before you start printing something. So,
I'm just going to something though.
well, you want to check something first. So let me show you some stuff here. Let's
Oh,
let's get remoted in. Right. So go ahead and go to join.zoho.com. We got to do troubleshooting printers 101.
okay. Ooh. Okay. Session ID.
It's going to be 420-861-060. And I got to pull up your notes here. Let's see.
Because I haven't been able to remember you said you was gonna go over some 3 sets of notes that I did that had.
Yeah.
And it was one of them I didn't print off yet.
Well, we'll go over them. I just want to make sure you understand the notes because a lot of these notes that I'm going to give you, it has a lot of information,
Mm-hmm.
a lot. And some of that stuff is not even in the videos with Professor Messer, but you still, as a person who's going to be in tech support, you still got to be aware of it. So, printer troubleshooting.
Okay, I'm joining.
All right, I'm on the screen here. So let me share the screen.
You know what, David?
Is it working or?
I didn't print anything, but since I unplugged it, when you turn it on to make noise, get itself together.
Mm-hmm.
My page went through, and it hasn't did that since. So I don't know. How it. I don't know. It used to do that when I first got it.
Yeah, well, we can take a look. So one thing that you want to look at when you are let me do a full screen here. There we go. Hold on. Let me make sure we got this. So look at, right? So you're on Windows 10, and I think you've heard of Control Panel before.
Yeah.
So to get to Control Panel here, you can either do a search here and just type in Control Panel, right? And the Control Panel is going to come up. And when you look here, let me ask you, where do you think I need to click on to get to printers?
Should say something like the devices and printers.
Good job. So devices and printers.
So quick question, because I wasn't going through control panel, I was going to Windows and then hitting settings. And it had that, it had devices and printers, but it didn't have all this. But that's a difference.
Yeah, there's a difference. It's supposed to be the same thing. It's part of just Microsoft, trying to change some things with Windows 10, Windows 11.
Okay.
But like old school IT guys, we're familiar with Control Panel, and Control Panel is still available in Windows 10 and Windows 11. And
Okay.
it's almost like the Control Panel is like the core of some of the administrative tools or Windows utilities. You can still use the settings to get to some of this stuff. And the settings is, am I lagging when you're in?
A little bit.
I don't know why. Let me see here. I just had my internet updated, but yeah, the control panel, it's still like the core of Windows, and IT guys still use control panel for Windows or Windows 11. So you see here, right? You have all your printers, and anytime that you're troubleshooting your printer, let me take a screenshot of this. Give me a second. Put this in your notes. Anytime that you're troubleshooting, go to control panel, devices and printers, and take a look at the printers, right? You have all these other printers that you still have on here, and all that's fine. If you have fax, you have printer, you got scan, you're going to see those devices here. So you're using the Canon TS3500, right? And it says the status is offline.
Yeah. And it's the
So,
other one next to it too. So that's the same one.
well, somehow you got on here two.
Yeah, remember I said I had like one is default.
Yeah. So at this point, and I want you to take control. At this point, well, hold on. Let me stop. Take a step back. You have a TS3500 and a TS3522, and it's a Canon printer. So it makes me think either they're different because they have two different versions. So on the printer, what does it say? Does it say a TS3522 or TS3500?
TS3522. And
Okay.
I don't know why it says the TS3500 series.
Well, all right. So you're going to have to find the installation drivers for this printer. You can find all the installation drivers for any printer, all-in-one printer, whatever it may be, online, right? So I need for you to take over, minimize this. I need for you to Google this make and model drivers.
Okay. Browse the recommended drivers. See, download software and drivers. Software and drivers. Our software and drivers for you. We've detected your operating system is Windows 10 if you need software drivers for operation.
So scroll down a little bit. You think this is what you need?
Yes.
Okay, go ahead and download it.
I gotta find the one I have is this one. TS3500 series. Recommended one. That's the easy photo print one. So that's not it.
Good job.
Which can container down. Okay. It's still
Chrome, when you download something, where is the program that you downloaded? Where does it show up?
at the bottom,
The
above the
bottom where?
taskbar. The bottom of the screen above the taskbar.
But yeah, or bottom left corner, right?
But yeah,
So
bottom right side.
so you can close out of this, right? You don't need to
Oh,
look
yeah.
at locating and still download, right? And you see the file there in the lower left corner.
Always hit yes. Download. Oh, that was quick. All right, start setup. Before you continue, the software may use the network to set up a printer. If your security software saves any alerts from the
Okay. So let's pause for a second. Pause. All right. So the reason why I had you look up the drivers, because I want you to know that any printer, any all-in-one printer, scanner, whatever it may be, you can find the drivers online. We are going to reinstall your printer. So before we install this, right, we need to do what to the old printer?
Uninstall.
Right. So go back to the control panel. It should be at the bottom there on your taskbar. Well, hold on. Don't go that direction because you're going to be in the techie world. We got to know that we already have certain icons that app is already ready for. So there you go. Yes. So when you see this box here for the devices and printers from control panel, where do you see at the top that you need to click on to uninstall or to remove the printer?
Remove device.
Yes.
Yes. Now, question: should I remove both?
I'm gonna give it back to you. What do you think?
I think I think I should because this is irrelevant.
Yeah. So you want to do both the 3500 and the 3522.
I'm removing that one, then going to this one and removing that one.
Good job. Yep. Have you ever done this before?
I believe one time years ago.
Okay.
All right, so since I removed it, I'm going back to here, and since I uninstalled it, I'm going to install.
Yep.
So while this is doing this, a quick question too. The other stuff I have on here, like I never had a fax machine. Are a lot of these are these like defaults or?
Yes, they are defaults.
Okay.
You don't want to worry about them. Just leave them there. You know, if you feel uncomfortable with it, yeah, you can click on the fax portion of it and do remove. But
It's not taking up storage or anything, is it?
all the files are going to take up storage for any driver, but it's small. It has no. You keeping it there as being a fax, even though you're not using fax, it's not going to hurt the computer.
Oh.
Yeah, so anytime again that you're troubleshooting your printer, if you need to, if the 30-second trip of the power cord doesn't work, um, if you can sometimes unplug the power cord and hold in the power button on the printer for like 30 seconds, and then plug the power cord back in and try that. If that doesn't work, then at that point, remove the printer and reinstall it.
So I'm doing a Wi-Fi connection since it is a Wi-Fi computer. I don't have a USB
Well,
connection.
well, I mean, a computer can be Wi-Fi or Ethernet connection, right? But it's asking you here, how do you want to connect your printer to the computer? You can do it by USB if you have the USB cable, or you can do it by Wi-Fi. But I think you want to do it by Wi-Fi, right?
Yeah. Yeah.
Okay.
Check power. Check the yep, power's on. Connecting printer to network could not find any printers.
Quick search for IP address. So what you can do here, you can go to the printer and it should have a panel. And you have to probably look up the manual. So hit back on this. So at this point, sometimes you have to pull up the manual for the printer. So go back to the Canon site. It should be right there. You don't need to go back and start over and type it back in.
Mm-hmm.
You want to scroll up. We're looking for manuals.
Right there.
Go. Yeah. So scroll back up. Sometimes you got to kind of like, sometimes you got to kind of focus a little bit, scroll down just a little bit and kind of just read what you're seeing on the site. So scroll down a little bit.
All right.
Yeah. Sometimes you just got to kind of read and kind of see what you see there. So.
Oh, I thought it was still the same download thing.
Yeah. So which one do you got to choose?
The Windows, due to the fact I don't have a Mac.
Yep. So scroll down a little bit.
Software manual, choosing
which one do you think you should choose?
Maintenance.
Are we doing maintenance? We're trying to.
Oh no, we're reinstalling.
Yes, but we're stopped at where it's asking about the Wi-Fi and IP addresses. When you see words like Wi-Fi, IP address,
Network.
exactly.
Okay. Available connection methods. Following connection methods from the printer, wireless printer. Wireless connection, connect the printer and device using a wireless router. If you have a wireless router, we recommend you use one for wireless connection. Connection methods vary depending on the wireless type. You can change network settings such as the network SSID and security protocol on the printer.
Okay, scroll down a little bit. I want to see if it gives you instructions on how to change it. Keep going down a little bit. Keep going.
Changing network settings.
Let's see what that says. Keep going down. Change network connection method, reconfigure method of. So click on that. Reconfiguration method of Wi-Fi connection.
This one.
Okay, so you want to read these here. So what it's saying is Windows, perform settings on the network settings screen on the IJ network device for performing. It doesn't give good instructions.
There is a button where it says press and hold the wireless connection. I do have that on there.
Go to see to the left where it says network connection settings and setup.
Oh, right here.
Scroll up for me. Keep going up. All right, do me a favor. So see right here has the Wi-Fi icon. This icon should be on your printer, on the panel.
Yeah. It's not in the LED screen. It's not.
Well,
It's blank right now.
is it on? If it's blank,
Yeah,
it should.
my printer's on, but nothing's in the screen.
So touch it. That means it's not
Well,
on. If the panel's not showing up.
the light's on, but
There's nothing on the panel at all.
mm-mm. No, I have that link looking icon that they had on here. And I have the wireless, like an antenna with the parentheses and a phone, so the wireless buttons. So normally I don't have to, never have to push anything for this, and I turn it on.
But does it have like the print icon or the scan icon where you can tell it to print to scan something?
Nothing's on there.
Take a picture of that and shoot me a text.
I was trying to see how long my cord was. It's not long at all. Yeah.
Yeah, take a quick picture of that real quick if you can. Shoot me a text. Let me see. Oh, that panel should be on, but see where it says the wireless
Mm-hmm.
icon? Click on that and then tell me if anything pops up on the panel screen.
Yeah, 0 with LGL. I think it stands for legal.
Anything else? Does it show IP address?
I just sent you that. Yeah, it just has that on there.
See that I on there?
Mm-hmm.
Click on that for me and tell me what it shows.
The 0 is moving around trying to config something. And the paper and the LGL is still showing. It's making noise.
And it's not showing an IP address when you click that I button.
Mm-mm.
Okay. See the circle next to the I. Click that for me.
I did, and it's still turning around. The 0 still spinning. And now the on light is blinking. The green light by the power button is blinking now.
How long have you had this printer?
I got it in July, I want to say.
Okay.
Okay, now it's saying E59, E59, and it's going to LGL to letter A4, like where I'm supposed to print. And now it's a yellow light on by that triangle underneath the maintenance key.
Click on the
I
maintenance
just
key.
I
Go
just
ahead.
sent you a picture.
All right. Click on the maintenance key,
Okay.
and then what comes up?
Same thing.
Press it again. Is anything because the maintenance key should be like the settings, and it should allow for you to kind of filter through different setting options.
Yeah, I pushed it again and I held it.
Well, you don't want to hold it. You just want to
Okay.
press it once, like toggle, like to see if it filters through different options.
It's still saying the same thing, E59, and going from legal to letter A4.
Okay, hold on the power button for like 30 seconds
Okay.
and then release your finger and then turn it back on.
Okay. It's blinking now. Go ahead and just push the button.
What button?
The power button. Oh, it's off. Never mind.
Yeah, 30 seconds.
And turn it back on.
After 30 seconds, yeah.
Yeah, I did. So now it says it has the color ink on, and it says 0 legal.
All right. This is a TS
3522.
All right, so I already done that. Let's see here. Wow.
Can I get that from now? If it's search, is it asking for the IP version 4 from my computer?
No, if your printer is wireless, right? What
Yeah.
IP address is it asking for?
Oh, for the printer IP address.
Exactly.
Okay, never mind.
Let's see what this says here. I don't know. Normally with these printers, you can go through like a settings option and be able to filter out what the printer IP address is. Let's see. Check your printer's IP. Check your printer's IP and host print out the setting information for the printer. Load 3 sheets. You have paper in there, right?
Yes. I got not 3 sheets. Hold on. It has
Well,
a
no, you can have any, just as long as you have paper in there. You don't need 3 sheets, as long as you have paper in there.
okay, yeah. Didn't know I had read only memory. I remember what ROM stands for.
Oh, yeah. All
Read
right.
only memory.
So that I button is the information button, right? And it should be able to print out what information it has configured for that printer. So press that I button again just once and see if it gives information.
I pushed it and it's going back to E59.
E59.
I wonder what E5, yeah, what does E59 stand for? It sound like is that an error code?
All right, let's keep that there. All right, so you're gonna do some troubleshooting. So Google, what that E59 message is for that printer. So it's okay to do what is, but here let me take a control real quick. Sometimes in Google it's best to get to the point. So like you can just type in E59. Oops. You don't want to do sentences. You just do E59 message or E59
Okay.
Canon TS 3522. Just throw that in there.
Okay, so putting in what is, because I'm gonna have a habit of putting in what is.
Yeah, don't type in. I've learned with Google searches, don't type in what you're thinking in your mind. as in sentence. Just get straight to the point. You're looking for the error message for this particular make and model of this device. So this time saying here, make sure the size of the paper matches the one set for the Canon printer.
Okay. Paper
E59 paper settings for the printer does not match.
Mhm.
So how do you change the paper settings for this? Let's go back to the manual. Let's do a search. Even though it's 3522, it's still part of the TS, or it says 53, should be
It's
35.
down there.
You see it?
Yeah,
There,
it's at the bottom there.
yeah, there we go. This is the one you want because it's part of that series. So A4 LTR, I'm thinking LGL ply stands for legal.
Yeah.
So we're troubleshooting. It's probably when it said A4 or LGA, it's probably asking like which paper do you have? So let me see, scroll down.
E is A4. And I have A4.
So press that maintenance button there, and see if it changes. You want to select the E for A4.
Okay. I did.
And then
It's still, hold on, it's still going.
what's it doing? Is it spinning or
It's still saying the same thing.
saying what? E59?
E59, yeah. And it's going from legal letter A4 to letter A5.
Hit so see the OK and the paper to the left of OK.
Yeah.
So click the letter icon next to OK. What does that do?
Now legal is blinking.
Okay, press it again. The
Now it's
icon.
letter
Press it again.
A4.
Hit OK. Now what?
It's printing something.
All right. So what does
Product,
it say?
it says network configuration page.
Okay, so I just not having a lot. Well, I've troubleshooted Canon printers before, but this was a little different. So, and their manual sucks. Like, I ain't gonna lie, their manual is horrible. But that letter icon on the printer
Mm-hmm.
that's the left of the word of OK, that's what allows for you to cycle through what letter format or type you have, and you have to press OK to select that.
Oh.
All right, so it should have on there what the IP address is.
Yeah. Sees product name, serial number. That's the MAC address. Hold on. It's blank.
You said it's blank?
Let's see. Yeah. I'm gonna take a picture.
So it probably, since we deleted it,
It's oh
it doesn't have an IP address since we removed it. Normally it caches it, meaning it stores it within the within the computer.
Hmm.
Okay. So on the screen there, go ahead and hit next. Let's see if we can get it to connect. And so here it says preparing printer. So read those instructions. It's saying that
Press.
that link button,
Mhm.
you got to press and hold it for 3 seconds.
Then press next.
So follow those instructions.
Yeah, them YouTube videos ain't tell me this.
People, you know what? People put YouTube videos out there just to put videos out there.
I see.
I had a friend of mine that someone put like a video of like women like over 50 and how they have different hairstyles and gray and all that type of stuff. And my friend of mine was part of the video.
Hmm.
She didn't know nothing about the video. The person that loaded the YouTube video never reached out to her. And she's using her picture that she probably found off of Instagram or social media.
Mm-hmm.
Didn't even ask her if she can use her photo or anything. Got it out there on YouTube.
Wow.
So
How did she find out? Somebody just found the video and was like, hey, look, I found you.
yeah, somebody found the video. Was like, look, you in this YouTube video. You know anything about this shit? Like, no, I didn't even allow. I didn't even allow for this person to even use my picture. So yeah, everybody's trying to hop on the YouTube train. Like I'm on the YouTube train, but at least my content is authentic. So
Yeah. I know what you mean. I got a friend of mine that just want to post stuff on Instagram,
mhm.
and he actually posted people like women, black women, because he's into black women, saying
Mhm.
just this is beauty. You know, the caption be this is beauty. And next one, and one of them was a friend of mine, my 10-year-old's old daycare teacher. And I
Oh,
was like, how you know him? She's like, I don't.
and the printer is still on, right?
Yes. Mm-hmm.
Um, do me a favor and go to the printer, the maintenance button. Click that and tell me what it shows on the panel.
E02.
These things.
And it still say A4.
E02 is it?
Yes.
So it says E02, so it'll be out of paper. You got paper in there?
I do now.
Take it out and put it back in.
Still,
All right, hit that maintenance button again for me. And what does it say?
it still says it.
E02?
Mm-hmm. It's in there.
Hit the wireless button for me at the top there and tell me what it says.
Same.
E02?
Mm-hmm.
This takes ink cartridges or a toner.
Cartridge.
Unplug the printer from the back. And just unplug it. Let's leave it out for 30 seconds again, and then replug it back in.
Okay.
Where you get this printer from?
I was just about to tell you, I got it from Walmart, and I cannot find a receipt. And the thing is with Walmart, when you buy it at the front counter, they don't
Yeah.
take none of your information, to store it.
Oh no. I'm starting to feel like you may have a defective printer. You should still have a warranty. Let's look at your warranty.
Yeah, and that's the thing. I bought an extended warranty. I bought an extended warranty, but I cannot find a receipt for them to check it out or me for return it or anything.
You might, and I mean, with Canon, if you were to contact them, they're going to need a copy of that receipt. I think you have a defective printer.
Okay.
How often did you use this printer?
A lot. That's where I print my notes at, and every week, and other stuff. I do my business cards on here.
Yeah, go ahead and plug it back in.
Okay.
And is that yellow light still on? Come on when you.
I'm about to turn it on.
All right.
It's just spinning where it would say E, the error messages and stuff. It's that spin. Okay, now it says 0A4 with the paper icon, and the yellow button is by color ink.
Open up the printer and take out the cartridges and reseat the cartridges.
Okay. I'm just waiting for it to position. Okay, there we go. Okay.
Is the light still?
Mm-mm.
The light is gone now.
Yeah.
All right.
This back on after it reset it after the ink positions back to normal.
Is back next to color or the black or where at?
Color. And it still says 0A4 with the paper icon. I'm glad this ain't no $200 printer. Tell you that.
So 0A4 means, if you look on the screen here, ink cartridge is not installed properly. So make sure and I don't know, there should be utility on here because you may be out of ink.
No, it don't say 0A4. It says 0, and then it has an A4 for the paper type.
Oh, okay. I thought you
Yeah.
said E04, A04. Okay, I think that's just the paper type. So
Yeah.
let's see what the Canon utility.
What?
Let's try this here. What's this? Sometimes the printers, the Canon, Epsons, all those will have like a utility that you can use to like this one here. What does support have? Oh, this is gonna go to some global support. That's not like this. So I'm gonna run the Canon Wi-Fi connection assistant, see what this does, see if it can help out.
Say that again.
We're gonna use the Canon Wi-Fi connection assistant, see if it can help us out. Oh, all right. Write down that IP address. I'm gonna write it down too.
Got it.
All right. Just their manual sucks. It really does. So let's see. Search for IP address. All right, in there, type in that IP address. Well, you know what? Hold for a second. Right click on the start menu and go to Windows PowerShell admin. Do you remember when we wanted to see if the computer can connect to an IP address? What was the command? And it starts with a P. Probably don't remember it, but it rhymes with ding.
Ping.
Yep. So ping that IP address.
So I will put ping and would it be underscore config or something?
That's IP config, but we're pinging.
Oh, just ping. And then type in an IP address.
Then we gotta do a space though. When you ping, you gotta put the space in the IP address. So looking at that, can it communicate with that IP address?
Packet sent, yeah, because it's sent 4 and received
And
back 4, and it didn't
right,
lose.
so it connected, right? It sent
Yeah.
2 requests to the printer and
Mhm.
received back 4 acknowledgments. So go ahead and minimize this. Type in the rest of the IP address there.
And hit next, correct?
Yep.
So to see if another IP address is communicating with your computer, you will ping it to see if any.
No, well, if you can find the IP address,
Mhm.
then you want to see if it can connect to it. So you would ping it that way. And it's
Yeah.
still saying the specified printer could not be found. Check the IP address following.
That was the right name. That was the right number.
All right. Go to the panel of the printer. Click on the
You said
that wireless button. That wireless button should show us, give us some information. Click on that wireless button. on the panel.
All right, it has right now a phone with
See the wireless and the icon and the phone next to it, says wireless. Button is right below it, says wireless.
yeah, I'm sending you a picture of what it says now,
Okay.
what it shows.
Okay.
Because it has an X like it didn't go through.
You still got that USB printer button that connects to this, right? I mean, sorry, the printer cable, the USB printer cable, you still got that, right?
Yeah, but remember, it goes to my Cricut machine, and that's the one I used for my last printer, and that was a downgraded model. That was years ago. I'm not sure if it would work for this. Now, if it would, I'd be I wouldn't care.
So with that message with the X, see, I can't connect. Click on the link again, the link button, the two little links. Click on that for me, and then tell me what it says.
Spinning, and the phone went away, and it has everything the same. The phone went away. Let's see.
Show me a picture of that.
There you go.
Go ahead and start plugging in that cable. Let's try to do it by the cable. So that shows that it's connected then. So, hey, Lakeisha, hold on.
Mm-hmm.
Because with it showing that, what?
Because they don't have the X by it anymore.
Doesn't have an X by anymore, so it should be connected. So,
right. Now it's actually another line after that other one. So it looked like how it had bars for a phone. It had that one bar that I sent you the picture of. Then it had a second bar there for a moment. Then it disappeared.
okay, look on the screen. Look at the screen. Look at the screen.
Oh.
Okay. So I don't know how to explain this, but once you press the link button, that should have connected or started the Wi-Fi connection process.
Mm-hmm.
And once it came back to be no longer having that X, what I did was I went back to the installation box for the Canon, and I went back to the screen where I had you enter in the IP address.
Mm-hmm.
It was already there, and I just hit next. And once I hit next, this one it started to go into doing the installation.
So me putting in the IP address stored it for this, or was already there?
Well, remember so what happened was when you entered it into the field on this box here, and I hit next and it couldn't connect.
Yeah.
So I hit back. It still remembered on the installation box that you entered in that IP address. So when I had you go back to the panel and you hit the link button and it came back with the little X, right?
Yeah.
So I told you to no, I'm sorry. I had you do the wireless button and that's when it showed the X. But when I had you click the link button, that like started, I think that button, I have to dive deep into the menu, but that button calls for the printer to connect to the wireless router, right? So once you did that, it came back with the Wi-Fi icon on the panel with not having that X. Remember that part?
Yeah.
So what I did was when you told me that, I went back to the installation box and I hit back. When I hit back, it took me back to the page where you had entered in the IP address and it was still there. So now it's telling that, okay, the IP address that we need for the printer to find is at 192.168.1.152. And because that IP address will work now is because you hit that link button to tell it to connect wirelessly. So when I hit next from the IP address page, that's when it recognized, oh, we can connect wirelessly now. Now we can install the printer onto the computer.
Bruh.
Is that making sense?
It
I know
makes sense. It was because we did so much. If
yeah,
I wasn't there, I would have been confused.
so I'll try to put as much as I can because you didn't see that part where I went to hit back, but I'll kind of elaborate in the notes. You know,
This is gonna be a very good tutorial video, like no lie.
hopefully, man, you know, people get to and I've troubleshooted Canon printers before, but once you learn and you repetitiveness is the key to in a lot of things in life. But when you are troubleshooting devices or electronics, the more you repeat, the more you come across a scenario or a situation, you'll learn more and you start to understand how to troubleshoot printers. You know, I've troubleshooted Canon before. This was a different printer that I've come across before, but I understand printers on how it's supposed to connect wirelessly. And that's how we were kind of able to kind of just go back and forth and try different things. And we were troubleshooting and we were finally able to get this to connect. So go ahead and hit next. Well, hold on. Hit test print. Let's see what happens when we hit test print. Let me know if something comes out.
Okay.
Is it printing?
No, but it started blinking.
What's it blinking?
The power button. By the power button. Oh, wait, it's making noise.
All right, look on the screen there. What is it saying? It's saying previously the power cord may have been unplugged while the printer was still on. When turning on the printer, follow the correct procedures. What?
Okay.
Hit okay on that? Did it print at all?
No, it's still making noise.
Like how long does it take?
It's coming. It's printing. Windows printer test page. Yay!
Yeah, I don't have my sound effects. So hit the OK button there and hit next. Yeah, this whole session today was we ain't gonna be able to do none of the other stuff we wanted to do.
I honestly think this was an awesome session. Like, because when I Googled for the past couple days, how to, my printer's offline, Canon printer offline, how to, whatever I put, only videos came up. But remember, the one dude just said had a big picture of unplugging it from the wall. Then the same with the router, and it was a lot of different videos, but they were either too lengthy or they were too short and didn't give any information.
Yeah, I mean, as you Google more when you're troubleshooting certain devices, don't think what you want to say in your head, right? Just get to the point. Put in there what the make. Always use the make and model and what information, error, drivers, um, set up Wi-Fi. Start off with the make and model first, and then at the end of your search or your query, put in drivers. If you're looking for drivers, set up Wi-Fi, uh, connect direct, um, drivers from Windows 10. Don't do how do I do this or what is this?
Was
What does
it?
this? If you're troubleshooting a device, start off with the make and model device, and then don't put a whole sentence. Just put in words, drivers, Wi-Fi, whatever it is that you're looking to do, so they can solely focus on the Google search, the make and model you're trying to troubleshoot, and what information you need about that make and model. Go ahead, continue online. Let's see what it does. You can hit not now on that. I'm just interested to see what it comes back with. I think your printer is set, so I'm starting to get hungry.
Me
Go
too.
ahead, go ahead and go back to control panel, and you don't need to start over. It should be right there
Right
at the
there.
bottom. And then you see the printer. Which one is it?
Wait a minute. Epson. Right. Oh, that's not it. Oh, right here. Okay.
Right click on it. Oh, it's already set as your default printer.
Yeah,
Okay.
it said that in one of the panels.
So go to printer properties. We'll do a session on that. And see where it says print test page.
Mm-hmm.
Go ahead and do another print test page again. Hit close. You can hit OK on this right here.
Okay, I hear it moving.
Go back to the control panel. You see how you have the printer highlighted?
Yeah.
And you see how you have statuses and the category and some information there. So I want you to be aware of that as well when you go to the control panel.
Okay. Okay.
Yeah, so your printer is fixed.
Perfect. Another test page. Beautiful. Thank you. Thank you. Thank you. And
You're
now
welcome.
this is something I know how to do if something was to happen next time.
I'll put in the notes, just you can repeat these same steps each time you troubleshoot a printer. You did the right thing with first doing the power cord 30 seconds. You can also do power cord and have the customer or holding the power button with the power cord already out 30 seconds and just hold in the power button for 30 seconds and then replug it and see if that then gets it to work.
At the same time, you mean like 30 seconds out and then
No. So if you do the second step, take out the power cord,
Mhm.
hold in the power button 30 seconds, right? And then release after 30 seconds and replug the power cord back.
Oh, okay.
Right. And then if that doesn't work, at that point, you might as well just remove the printer and reinstall it. And remember, any all-in-one printer, you can always find the installation software online. You just have to Google the make, model, and drivers, and it'll be the first or second link that comes up in Google. Go to it. You got to make sure you find the right one. You got to read. You got to look at what's on the website and make sure you identify the right operating system for the software and that it's the installation software. You were right earlier when you first went to it. You looked at the first one, and the first one was for something else, totally different. And you were right not to choose that one. But when you saw the next line down, that it was the installation software for Windows, you chose the right one to download to install. So something to remember when you go to these printer websites and get drivers, you got to make sure you pick the right one you have to download.
I was talking about you today when to my daughter, we was reading something on Google
Mhm.
and we got a misunderstanding. And I said, dang. I said, David told me I need to read. Because I just
You
go
gotta
off
read that
my
stuff.
Yeah, I told
You
him.
gotta read it.
She was
You
like,
know,
we read that wrong. I said, dang, David always told me to read better.
yeah, you gotta stay focused and read it word for word to comprehend what you're researching. Because a lot of people, even some texts, will quickly read an article or something, but because they're not staying focused and reading it word for word and comprehending what's being shown to them in that article, things are overlooked.
Yeah.
And sometimes texts have to go back to that same article because your answer was right there. You just didn't read it thoroughly to understand that the answer is right there for you. We're at the 5:23 mark. I need to get some to eat, but I'm glad we got your printer fixed and got your printer going. This is definitely recorded. I'm gonna probably edit this one tonight and put this out there on YouTube. So
I like this was a really good session. Not just because you helped me, but it can help somebody else. Like how I was Googling and Google and searching stuff on YouTube, to find that because I put the same exact model I had to make sure I wasn't looking at another printer that ain't had nothing to do with me. So this was a really good session.
yeah, I hope people, I'll promote it and everything, try to boost it, and I hope people enjoy the session and see how there's ways for you to troubleshoot printers. And remember, when you're troubleshooting any electronic, whether you're doing an iPhone, whether you're doing your pre-built, obviously if it's your I'm not your pre-built, your custom built. If you know that this is something I need to troubleshoot from my motherboard, when you're Googling, put in the make and model of that board and what you need. Don't put in there what do I need for this motherboard or how do I do this. Just put in the make and model, how to set up Wi-Fi or set up this, whatever it may be. And you don't need to write in sentences. Just keep your searches, make and model, and within like 5 to 6 words to get back what you need.
Gotcha.
All right, I'm done. I'm about to stop sharing, and then I'll shoot you an email later because I'm gonna eat first. But let's try to do BIOS settings and CPU features. Do BIOS settings, CPU features. CPU features, you're gonna learn a lot about the CPUs. The notes that I haven't finished yet. Let me show you the notes real quick. Real quick. Share this. I'm gonna hop off. I'm gonna hop off your computer here.
What you got planned to eat tonight?
I'm meeting the fellas. I'm meeting the fellas. Share my screen. I'm
I
meeting
know
the
you got
fellas.
me hooked on beer barrel.
Nah, we're gonna go to Smoky Bones.
Oh, I haven't been there in years.
All right, let me see here. Where are we? Let's see. I'm not done, but there's a lot.
Oh wow.
Well, it's not a lot. It's just I've been busy with videos and other stuff with TekSupportSpy, but we last met like 2 or 3 weeks ago because of holidays and stuff. We haven't met, and then you weren't able to meet last week. So, but this one here is going to go through the cases. Remember, we've been talking about cases and form factors.
Oh yeah.
Here I break down the CPUs. You're going to learn a lot more about the CPUs and the CPU features in a professional master video when you start that. You have a better understanding of the different Intel and AMD sockets. I got some
pictures. Thank you so much.
Yeah, these are all stuff we talk about, and I try to make these notes thorough for you so that you understand. That's why I wanted to go through them today, even though we did the whole session was was troubleshooting printers.
Yeah.
I gotta clean this up, but you got some good links in here.
And
We
they're in
also,
my email as well.
this is not. I'm not done yet.
Oh, okay.
Yeah,
Okay.
I'm not done yet. This the one, the last one I owe you.
Okay.
And as you look here, we even talked about motherboard labeling. I
Mm-hmm.
give you a layout of a motherboard, how it's labeled, the different labelings on a motherboard. So that's another reason why I wanted to um, go over some of these notes, because these notes I'm giving you are thorough notes. It has a lot of information.
That really looks like it really does. And I just found out what M BIOS and B BIOS found it was stood for the main and the backup.
Yes.
Yeah. So
So I'm not.
every motherboard don't have both, right?
No, some motherboards don't have the main and the backup. No, you're right. Some don't. You have to look at the motherboard manual
Mm-hmm.
to learn if it has a main BIOS and a backup.
Okay.
Most of them just have a main BIOS, but you gotta look at the manual. So I'll probably have these done probably by maybe tonight or tomorrow. So you probably have these notes probably tomorrow. But I think next week, if you can do BIOS settings, and then we can talk about that, and then let's go over some of these notes to make sure you're on the same page with these notes,
Mm-hmm.
and just keep plugging along.
Got it.
All right, I'm out of here.
All right.
I'll see you next week.
Yes, sir.
All right, bye bye.